What is up, everybody? It's the Brew Bread Podcast, and this is episode 20.
20.
We
Woo!
are
We're in 20. When we get to 100, we got to have a celebratory episode, whatever that means.
okay.
For the 100th episode, we got to do spicy chicken wings and see who can tap out.
Why?
Just because.
You're gonna tap out.
Okay, but let's do it.
No.
Okay.
You're gonna tap out, bro. I know you're not gonna be able to handle it. You're gonna lick the sauce from your finger and go nah, it's over.
And drink the gallon of milk.
I'm not gonna shit this out tomorrow. Like my asshole is gonna be like a lava. It's gonna be just drooping lava.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Alright, let's get started on what we gotta do. Alright, what we starting off with today? If you can look this up, woman, there's this lady, I forgot her name, but she works for Fox News. YouTuber, you can YouTube her.
Okay.
She works for Fox News, and basically she was saying this, she exposed this thing about, I think it was with the coronavirus vaccine thing.
Okay.
And how she wanted to say that a lot of doctors were giving their patients hydrochloroquine. No, not her. Keep going down. They wanted to give their patients hydrochloroquine. It's that girl though.
This one?
That girl. That's not the video, but that's that girl. That's the girl who. Christine.
Oh no, Kara Swisher.
Oh. No, it's probably not. Let's see.
It is. I'm telling you, her name sounds more attractive.
Stop it, fam. Yo, yeah, lame-o. It was Christine, nigga. Come on. Yo, yeah, look at that. Yo, my son, attractive. You're a lesbian, dog. Look at you.
Sad.
You look like you do cockfighting in DR, nigga.
Oh, no. I was right.
What?
This is Christine Amanpour. I was right. You see? Put some respect.
No, then that's not even the girl then.
All right, but I was still right.
Fox News reporter exposes
what did they
exposes
what was the thing that the doctors gave him?
The hydrochloroquine. Just put hydro, yeah. No, not that. No, go down. This is they're doing good. They're hiding it. Okay, so man, go up. Like, what's this girl? Is this the girl? This looks like the same girl.
Yeah.
In Trump's decision to no, it's not it. This is last year's reporter. Put on Fox News reporter. Fox reporter exposes Fox. That third one right there. Kind of skip to the scene where she was talking outside.
We've been chatting about it. Have you guys seen this? A local news reporter in Houston named Ivory Hecker went rogue on live TV. She called out the...
Thanks, guys. That's right. Before we get to that story, I want to let you, the viewers, know that Fox Corp has been muzzling me to keep certain information from you, the viewers. And from what I'm gathering, I am not the only reporter being subjected to this. I am going to be releasing some recordings about what goes on behind the scenes at Fox because it applies to you, the viewers. I found a nonprofit journalism group called Project Veritas. It's going to help put that out tomorrow, so tune into them.
Oh, she don't give a fuck.
Across Texas, you can see what it's doing to AC units.
Wow. You can see what it's doing to the back of his shirt.
It's sweaty.
Yes.
Let's get to the story. So how do you think Christine...
Okay, so then there was this phone call that she recorded with her management that were trying to tell her, like, let that shit go. And she's like, the people need to know this. And she's like, this isn't about the people knowing anything. This is about the shareholders and about the people that...
Listen.
All right, I wanted to call you and let you know that you are suspended effective immediately.
That's such a corporate call.
Further review.
They always send some lady that looks like that. Like,
who's a fucking
Jared is my only life.
Come to the station, okay?
Okay.
But this shorty already has her plans lined up.
Well, obviously she's recording.
Surprise, surprise. Now we've been checking with Project
Okay.
And nothing has yet been
She got
published
shit
regarding
unlocked.
her
She
being
knows what she's
muzzled. But if
doing.
you're curious what Project Veritas is all about, it is a far-right activist group founded by James O'Keefe that
Okay.
this and
Someone's trying
No.
They're not going to break some story about Russia and the United
Okay, so and then nah, there was There was another. There was a. What's this girl's name again?
Ivory Hecker.
Take a look.
That's her name.
Yeah. Accuses Fox of
Can you
muzzling.
copy her name, post it, and then put it on the thing, and then put video chat or something like that? I think it was Zoom, but I don't want to be. No. The second one, no. It was just like one where she was doing a group chat with everybody. That one.
But the letter of warning has been destroyed. I mean, it has been shredded. We no longer have it in your file.
This is the story of how Fox was forced to retract defamatory internal smears against a reporter after the reporter covered the facts on the ground that contradicted the narrative.
I
August 10,
love
2020,
her.
Fox sent me to cover COVID treatment at United Memorial Medical Center.
Oh, she
This
got
was the
protection.
final question in the
She's
interview and the
white,
final
bro. She be
soundbite in
good.
the TV
She be alright. Nothing gonna happen. She
That's
probably got a good family, got
and
money.
the answer is
Good.
yes, we have used it. I mean, we know that it's a drug that has been politicized up to the wazoo. We've used it. We use it with good success. We know that there is a lot of controversy. But one of the problems that we have is that we use a lot of things. We literally throw the whole kitchen sink at these patients because they are so sick. So sometimes you don't know exactly what makes a difference. But we have used hydroxychloroquine in some of our
I
patients.
researched that when the pandemic started.
Minutes before
and
air,
it came
Lee
up
tells
as
me to drop the sound about hydroxychloroquine because it needs the context of other drugs. I did that and put it on Facebook instead, adding the requested context. The fact that the sound reached the audience's ears at all led to this reaction from Fox bosses Susan Schiller and Lee Meyer.
You need to cease and desist posting about hydroxychloroquine.
Everything's going to be under the microscope.
Yo, where do they get these librarians to work for these jobs? Like, how do they even like get to this point?
they get to this point because they have stopped trying.
But they're in a good spot. Like, they're the boss of her. They're always the boss, and they're always the better, higher paid situation.
You're a slave. You're a lab.
Yeah, but they don't like. It's like,
that's
how
what
do
I'm saying? They want it. That's how.
like they all have this like you know, district court attorney body figure, like this like receptionist like at the doctor's office type body, like more like court and hospital
those
body.
types of individuals,
like a hospital
they get
lady.
to that level and they stay there forever, and they are forever chained to that level because they're not doing the right thing at the end of the day. If you're always looking to do the right thing at the end of the day, there's always going to be an air of uncomfortability.
And I think those jobs just look for people like that anyway to hire.
They do, because they know, like, okay, you're going to always do what I tell you to do as long as I throw money at you, and you're going to be a bitch about it.
Yeah.
So that's all you need.
Yeah.
And you have the look that they want you to look a certain way. Like, you can't be a little, you know.
It's funny, man. They want managers and everybody to look like you want to punch them in their face.
Yeah, basically.
Yo, it's set up is weird, son. Okay, go on.
Microscope, you're not posting anything without Susan or I signing off on it.
Industry executives who are the people who hire us and keep us employed. That's the part that needs to make a difference to them. It's not just about the viewers. It's about what our CEO reads. It's about what our GM reads. And like Lee said, it's not about the viewers right now.
So the truth of what's happening in Houston is that whether
This is how hottie get attacked by two fatties.
regardless of the studies, doctors are secretly prescribing hydroxychloroquine. I started to expose that because all my sources were sending me the tips about it. I would like to speak to your bosses and explain that to them. I just want your bosses to know.
Ivory, we took the assistant news director told you to remove material from a news story that was going on air.
I took exactly what Lee told me to do, added the context of what else he uses.
Trying to protect. Get through this period.
But writing false stories about me and putting them in my file does not help me. It hurts me immensely.
We are taking everything you said into consideration.
The letter said that in July, you told me to stop covering COVID treatments. You didn't tell me until August 14th to stop, and that's when I stopped. I have been
So this is
loyal
last
to
year's.
what you tell me to do, and the
But
letter
it's just recently
says
popping up.
otherwise.
Because it probably
Susan
just came
Lee
to the
and Tracy,
service.
The HR director tried to blame a gossip blog for their actions. It's very clear that you're very concerned about a gossip site
That's good.
that none of our viewers read.
Just so you know, Fox is extremely sensitive about the gossip site. You may not care about it, but this company does. And because this company does, then everybody on this
changed their tone after I brought on a defamation lawyer.
We have some, differences
Her defamation lawyer is the same body type as these women.
That's why. She's fighting them with them. She's smart.
You have to.
Right? Because our goal was never to
now they're talking nice.
An exercise in wanting you to be terminated.
Now they're being
be part of our team.
It's not her lawyer. Oh no, the black lady I think is her lawyer. Yeah, I think no, it's not the same type of lady then.
The waters of Fox, you mean? The waters of Fox are complicated.
The waters of social media get complicated.
No.
And we want to work with you. We want this to, we realize that you don't agree with maybe my opinion here, but it's how I.
But yeah, man, this is another story about where they trying to press down information in a way to defend their shareholders. But also there's there's shareholders and stuff that affects different companies and ways to make money and stuff like that. And that's why, man, like this, all the news system is just catered. Everything is catered. Even the information probably we bring is catered.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like we try not to cater it, but it's like what feeds your whatever you think of is the way to go. People are gonna go that way anyway, and they've been doing the news like this forever. Right. Now it's just kind of like things are falling down because it was
everything's crumbling eventually.
Because like I think social media is out and all these informations are out.
Everything is very saturated information, the internet. So it's only a matter of time before everything just goes okay. It's time for everything to just bust out in the open because the system cannot support itself anymore. That's basically what's happening. So.
Yeah. Okay, and then you also have liberal trash Jon Stewart for backing lab leak theory. No, not that. Just put on Jon Stewart on vaccine science right there. That this one was crazy. So these guys. So these guys are like very. I guess what was it? Liberal. They're very like they don't really talk about like taboo topics that much, and they're supposed to be a funny show, but it's not really funny.
They keep it PG.
Yeah, but it's not really like but whatever. So, I guess like have you ever heard of Jon Stewart?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was like famous for like being a very like a comedian and also in that, but he was also used to press people before like I guess like he got big and got corporate and everything like that. And I think Jon Stewart gave Stephen Colbert like his job, like his spot and everything. So they're like boys. So here's what he said on this. More. He's gonna say hi to everybody.
Time we talked during COVID, I was still in South Carolina.
That's right. You were locked down.
I was locked down there, and the family, Evie and the kids, were the actual crew.
That's right.
That's how we were doing it. We're doing it in a little unused little bedroom with cables through the window and a satellite truck on our lawn. And I mean, like the room was twice the size of this desk. I think I'm not joking. Chris could tell you it's really really tiny. But the point was like just to get it done, to get something out there. We really wanted to do the show. And when I interviewed you for it, you were talking about how little progress we've made in science in combating pandemics. Because in 1918, the advice was wear a mask, wash your hands.
That's right.
And 103 years later, wear a mask, wash your hands.
It was soul crushing to find that. I was really hoping that like in 1918 they'd be like, drink a tincture of mercury and butterfly juice. Like I was hoping it'd be like some bizarre thing, and I'm like, we've come a long way, baby. It's the exact same.
How do you feel about the science now?
Well, so I will say this. I honestly mean this. I think we owe a great debt of gratitude to science. Science has, in many ways, helped ease the suffering of this pandemic, which was more than likely caused by science.
And this is where Colbert does the thing where he almost like spits coffee at somebody. Like, what did you say?
No.
That's why, because it's like a thing he does. Like.
Listen.
It's coffee. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you. So what do you mean by that? Do you mean like perhaps there's a chance that this was created in a lab? There's an investigation.
A chance.
Well,
oh my
if there's
God.
evidence, I'd love to hear it.
There's
I
a
just don't know.
novel respiratory coronavirus overtaking Wuhan, China. What do we do? Oh, you know who we could ask? The Wuhan Novel Respiratory Coronavirus Lab. The disease is the same name as the lab. That's just a little too weird, don't you think? And then they ask those scientists, they're like, how did this... So wait a minute, you work at the Wuhan Respiratory Coronavirus Lab. How did this happen? And they're like, a pangolin kissed a turtle. And you're like, no, the name of your lab. If you look at the name, let me see your business card. Show me your business card. Oh, I work at the coronavirus lab in Wuhan. Oh, because there's a coronavirus loose in Wuhan. How did that happen? Maybe a bat flew into the cloaca of a turkey and then it sneezed into my chili and now we all have coronavirus. Like, come on. Okay.
Wait a
What about
second.
this?
I love it.
Listen to this.
Wait a second.
Yo,
right,
this
John.
man is on fire.
Oh my God. There's been an outbreak of chocolatey goodness near Hershey, Pennsylvania. What do you think happened? Like, oh, I don't know. Maybe a steam shovel made it with a cocoa bean. Or it's the chocolate factory. Maybe that's it.
That could be. That could be. That could
By
be.
the way,
I
gave them all tuberculosis.
That could very well be, and Anthony Fauci and Francis Collins and NIH have said, like, it should definitely be investigated.
Don't stop with the logic and people and
Mm-hmm.
things. The name of the
I love him.
disease.
Wait a second.
I love
Wait
it.
a second.
I love
Wait a
it.
second.
Yo, he just
But
put this man on the
it could be
spot.
possible, you could be right. It could be possible that they have the lab in Wuhan to study the novel coronavirus diseases because in Wuhan there are a lot of novel coronavirus diseases because of the bat population there.
I understand.
It's like they're saying,
it's
like,
a
wait a
local
second.
specialty, and it's the only place to find bats. You won't find bats.
We're not saying
oh
why.
wait, Austin, Texas has thousands of them that fly out of a cave every night. Every night at dusk. Is there a coronavirus, an Austin coronavirus? No, it doesn't seem to be an Austin coronavirus.
I want to eat some brain.
The only coronavirus we have
Like beef
is
brain.
in
Where can I buy
Wuhan,
that?
Yes.
where they have a lab called, what's the lab called again, Stephen?
The Wuhan novel coronavirus
I
lab.
believe that's the case.
And
Now,
how long have you worked for Senator Ron Johnson?
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Ron Johnson. This is not a
All right, but yeah.
But yeah, basically, like, you know, he said that, and then and it was a whole thing about, you know, as the show is, and the people have said that this is like a combined thing, like behind closed doors. These guys was chatting, and they're like, "Yo, bro, I'm gonna go at it with this. You go at it with me with trying to hold me back.
I could
and
tell.
then we're just gonna see where this goes.
I
Does it
could
help your
tell.
show out?
Yeah.
Like, and because like all the standards for this show was so low about how it's PG and all of that. Once this came into play,
It blew
this
it up
really
again.
blew it up out of the park. Like,
Yeah.
even his boy is like laughing it off over there. Like, look at him.
Yeah,
like, he's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, bro. He's like, yo, come
No,
on.
they
son.
both. No,
Yeah, they
this
both
was
like.
lit.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
like a cool thing
That
that I
was
saw
cool.
happen. You know, with that,
Yeah.
it was like sick. Like,
That's
that was yeah. All right, and then
But yeah.
last but not least, man. Like, I want to talk about people gotta look their part for their jobs. Remember we was talking about?
We were
So
chatting up about
we was
this.
watching this show called like what was it, My 600-Pound Life?
Yeah.
And they had a doctor in
TLC.
there. Yeah, they had a doctor in there that was like so. Like, I have no problem with him, but he was like old, and there was like a couple things that was wrong with him. He wasn't like really fat, but he wasn't in shape either. And my
Right.
whole thing with the whole situation was like, why don't they have doctors do like a physical quota, like the cops have to do, and
Oh, the
firemen have to do a physical quota to get through everything. Like, why does a doctor just have to have the mental aspects of fixing everything, like, or like either on the inside, but like it's weird like how the doctor has the mental information to fix the physical on you,
Right.
but he doesn't have the physical to fix it
to
on
fix
him.
himself.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So it's like, yeah. So I think that's like a thing that needs to be fixed upon. Like,
I definitely agree. I feel like you definitely should because it's not to discredit the individual. They very well know the information, they have the knowledge, but it just on the side of the patient or the customer or the client or whatever, it helps to see like the actual example, like the role model with the intelligence. It'll not only motivate you, but it subconsciously does something in your brain where it's like, okay, I can definitely trust you because
like with the my 600 pound life, the doctor isn't the type of like we saw a video like the guy was he had to do something and they didn't want to go see the doctor, but the whole environment of like I know we know it's TLC and they do stuff like that and everything, but like just in general, like the whole doctor environment should be like a more looking forward to it and not like every time be a bad news. At least like have physical quotas. Yeah, like if you have physical quotas for the doctors to fit the criteria of everything, uh like you can be looking forward to go to your doctor and your doctor's doing healthy shit. So you ask your doctor like, yo, bro, like what do you do for this? What do you do for that? The doctor's working on it, or he's already worked on it. All these things are like they should have like a Mr. Olympia for doctors, a Dr. Olympia.
Right.
Like that should be like.
I agree. Yeah, I definitely do.
And they're doctors, like, bro, just juice it if you want.
And the only profession that I see actually doing this without it's the firemen, really.
No, and the cops be juicing. Like cops be taking steroids and shit, like to be like in shape or whatever they're doing. Like, so how come the doctors don't like do that? And then you could be like, whoa, their like education is so mentally straining and shit like that, and
they should be on top of their physical fitness even more because they're mentally strained. Like that's why a lot of them end up, turning to alcohol or drugs eventually.
Like to me, the funny thing was when I was in a drug program one time, like like I feel like the instructor is cool in a way that the instructor is also like an ex-addict or something. Yeah. But like when I was there, like I also or like I know the not the instructor or whatever, the guy that's in charge of it. Mm-hmm. He would smoke like a pack of cigarettes a day and shit like that, or two shit like that, like so he'd be like he got his own. He was an ex drug addict and shit like that. He changed his shit up, but like there was all these things that it's like like it should be like a criteria to hit for certain things. Like I know you don't want to like be like, yo, bro, that's just smoking cigarettes. So you should just let somebody do that. But it's like, how much control does this person have to be helping other people get the control? You know what? Given I wasn't really there for like I was there for like weed, so it's not that crazy. Yeah. But I usually kept my mouth shut and watched everybody else's stories that were there for like alcohol or something like that. And not saying that because the guy smoked a lot of cigarettes, it was like not motivating or it was like demotivating to actually listen to him. It wasn't, but at the same time, it'd be cool to have like somebody that's dropped everything or something like that, or has the control to drop it. Right. Something fascinating, something cool. Like you're an addict and you're like the guy goes like, yeah, I smoke cigarettes, but it's like I have a control. Like I'll just stop or I'll do this or that. Like something there, like where it's like you can. I don't know. It'd be cool. Like, let's say, like, you go, like, I smoke cigarettes and the guy's, like, an ex-heroin addict or something. He'd be like, look, if you could try to, like, slow down on the heroin and stop, like, I'll stop with my cigarettes. And he just has the control anyway, so he just does this. Like, he pretty much smokes just to do a mental mind trick with the people and shit like that. Because, plus he enjoys smoking and shit. I don't know, like, something like that. Like, a little finesser of everything,
No, I definitely get it, but I also, what I.
By the way, my drug, the guy whoever was in charge of me, right, like in the program, I think like offered Viagra to me, but I think he was joking. But he did like pull out Viagra in a little baggie and was like, "Yo, you want this?" But he did offer it to everybody in class. So like to be honest, like I don't know if he was just joking. He probably was joking. It's his own Viagra, but it's like
But I think at the end of the day, something that just clicked right now is that a lot of these people that end up doing these professions, they're not genuinely passionate about it. A lot of them, because I realize the people who are genuinely passionate about what they do, they will put the effort to look the part too.
Yeah, and then plus genuine passion only lasts for about like 10 years.
But I'm talking about...
You would have to switch it up every 10 years or something.
Yeah, but I'm talking about what is your why? It's not even passion. It's my why is this job, even on the days where I don't feel 100%. So then a person like that will sacrifice comfort because their why is more important than the passion and the motivation.
My thing, I would always try to catch this dude, like trying to get me to. I would try to catch him to sign some court papers for me and shit. Yeah. I don't know what it was. At times I couldn't find him because he'd be somewhere smoking a bogey, and I was like, "Where the fuck is this guy?" Like, yo, I gotta go outside or run around the hospital looking for this motherfucker. I'm running around. He's like in the elevator going back up to the office while I was going down and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I go back up like, "Oh, you're here." Yeah, all that. But yeah, man. On that note,
on
these notes, we're gonna end it. Thank you for tuning in, everybody.
Stay tuned for episode 21 at some point.
You already know it's your boy, it's your girl, and this is the Brew Podcast, and we're out.